Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Western North Carolina fishing report with Dale Collins of Tuckaseegee Fly Shop. How you doing, Dale?
Doing great, Marvin. Just wrapped up an afternoon enjoying some beautiful trout water with some nice spring hatches on a 65-degree day. It's tough to beat, man. Tough job.
Yeah, absolutely. And, speaking of that, I think things from a weather perspective have turned for you guys. I looked and looks like, not only is it warmer during the day, which is great, but I think the real thing that's going to make the fishing just explode where you are is that the lows are not very cold.
That's right. But this morning we woke up in the mid-20s, and I think that's the last time we're going to see that cold for a while. Although I think, we certainly got some cold nights that'll be sprinkled in between now and May, certainly. But yeah, the daytime temperatures, the highs, we got up to 65 today, so it's a 40-degree swing from this morning. The bugs loved it. The fish were happy. They're looking up. We're seeing quill hatches, caddis hatches, and it's just, yeah, the water seems like we've turned the corner just as much as the air temperature.
Yeah, and I guess really since the Tuck is, taking the water from the bottoms of the dams, you're really going to see the fishing pick up probably more in the freestone stuff than you are in the tailwaters, right?
That's right. Yeah, the Tuck has been, Duke Energy came off their dual releases of both dams here in early March. So we've had very wadeable conditions for the Jackson County delayed harvest there in Webster and Dillsboro. So we're seeing some great wading opportunities and people catching fish. Still some boat traffic in the afternoon, but for the most part, it's fantastic to get out there again and walk in the Tuck. It feels like it's been so long since we've been able to do that in an easy fashion anyway. But certainly the creeks coming off the mountain are waking up, and it's just good everywhere. It feels like the last week and a half. It feels like April, but we know it's not. And the worry is that, I've been telling folks, I feel like we're going to pay for this good weather. We're going to pay for it somehow. I don't know how yet. But seems like March, we can have a snowstorm sneak up on us and get us. Certainly I saw April last into April 2020 was cooler than March. So maybe that'll happen again. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to enjoy these hatches while we got them.
Yeah, absolutely. And anything you want to share with folks in the terms of tips and techniques?
I think you start in the morning nymphing and double nymph type setup. And then in the afternoon, you swing to that quill pattern, Adams, or caddis or stimulator, and definitely drop a saw tackle or, some type of smaller nymph underneath it, and pheasant tail, something simple. And just have fun with it and see if you can play the game. So it's good to be out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a question from Cliff, and Cliff is coming to your part of the world here probably in about the next week or so. And he wants to fish Scott Creek and West Fork of the Pigeon and some other smaller creeks. And he wanted to get your suggestions on patterns.
Absolutely. So, one of my favorite patterns now, I will say Scotts Creek is going to be closed until the first Saturday in April, as it is mostly, I'd say all of it, I believe, is hatchery supported regulation. So try to stay off it in March. West Fork of the Pigeon has some hatchery supported sections, but there is a delayed harvest section there that's still open. So, there at the West Fork of the Pigeon is going to be really good with, rubber leg stoneflies or girdle bugs, depending on where your Pat's rubber legs, depending on where you're from, what you call it. That trailed with like an egg pattern, or a rainbow warrior, that's going to do really well there. You are going to have blueing olive hatches through the month there, as well as the quills, especially in the afternoons, and caddis. Scotts Creek, any other time that it's open, I love a Prince nymph on Scotts Creek. It's just one of my favorite patterns. And always seems to find some fish for me on Scotts Creek. But just be careful on those hatchery-supported regulations. The green and white sign, the green and white diamond that's on the trees, hold off on that one until April.
Yeah, there you go. And folks, we love questions on the Articulate Fly, and you can email them to us or shoot them to us on our Facebook or Instagram page. And if we use your question, I'll send you some Articulate Fly swag and you'll get entered into a drawing for something cool from the shop at the end of the season. And before I let you go through the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A and get a snack for the rest of your drive home, Dale, why don't you let folks know shop hours, where they can find you, and all that kind of good stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're on our regular season hours now. So we're we are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in both locations, Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. So that's real easy now. And then tuckflyshop.com on the internet. We've got the web store kind of reworked in there now. And then on social media, Tuck Fly Shop. So check out the YouTube channel. Got lots of tutorials and how-tos on there. So check out, there's a tutorial on how to read Duke Energy and understand what the dams are doing on the Tuckaseegee. So I certainly invite everyone to take a look at that one, particular as you start wading and you need to know your limits and what's good, what's not.
No, absolutely. And look, folks, it's I think spring is here, at least. I don't know, Dale, you're such a pessimist. You think the blizzard is coming, but I would tell... Go ahead.
One day to the next, Marvin. That's how I live my life.
Well, there you go. Well, I would still say, folks, you owe it to yourself to get out there and catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Dale.
You too, Marvin.